Hello everyone, and welcome back to DreadX Collection 2. A few months back, we found ourselves locked in a room in this strange, dilapidated mansion, informed by a voice over a speaker that we can't leave until we get through each of these games. It's a classic excuse and setup for what else but a horror anthology. And what better time than spooky season for a horror anthology, am I right? Now, if you want to see the beginning of this, I'm going to go ahead and link Squirrel Stapler in the description. But for now, it's probably best not to linger. Of course, a big point of interest still remains the creepy statue at the back of the room, whose hands raised in terror don't do much of a good job of hiding the monstrous face beneath. And very notably, bearing the same number of fingers as the number of cartridges in this room. Okay, oh wait, we have no key. So, what else has been opened up then? Is it whatever was up here? Hang on. We've got Squirrel Stapler. Alright, so I basically figured it out. I put in Squirrel Stapler, and then I ejected it without launching the game, but basically the door has unlocked now. I've switched to display recording instead of game recording because even though game recording is technically the better way to do it, each of these, I remember, is actually its own EXE, so it's going to be an absolute nightmare to have to switch between them all. But that's right. As we do these, we'll actually unlock different parts of the mansion. We'll have to explore and figure things out to get more keys. Well, every good framing device is a story all its own, right? Oh! We can actually just step out into the backyard! Oh, so maybe we can actually take these puzzles at our own pace. Decide which ones we want to work on and when. I didn't realize I was on the farm from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But it does feel good to get out into the fresh air, even if we can't leave just yet. There's like a mark on your head. Found a body part, okay. What does one need body parts for? Oh, look at that bright orange sky descending into a darker red, the clouds swirling above. Actually swirling directly above the house. Oh, this has just got Halloween written all over it. It's beautiful. What is this? Ooh, a painting scrap. Okay, so we're looking for body parts and painting scraps. What could go wrong? Oh, this place is full of all kinds of cursed artifacts. The Bitter Blade, Volume 3. Maybe we shouldn't be reading these. Maybe we should read those in order. Sorry, I expected to jump right into a game. I didn't know I'd be exploring a house. Didn't know there'd be such depth to this device. Speaking of devices, our torment is apparently for someone's entertainment. Ooh, body part. I'll have that. Just one more leg, 2 arms, a torso, and we'll be able to either summon Exodia or create our own best friend. Greenhouse. That's how you know it's a haunted house, when every chandelier just knows to swing ominously. Ooh, what's in this shed right here? Oh, you're like being exsanguinated or something. And what is going on with your head? Am I meant to imagine you're actually still alive? But it doesn't seem like I can actually interact with any of this, save for the light. Is this my fate if I fail to figure out a way out of here, or is it my fate regardless? It seems there's a basement as well, full of artwork. Is that where we need to bring those painting scraps? Okay. This was the first room to open up to us, and so I'm gonna assume we've got to figure out whatever's going on in here first. I think that'll be a better way than exploring the whole mansion first. I mean, I've got to give you something to look forward to, right? That's just what happens when we finally complete this body. Look at this artwork adorning the walls. Oh, you're interactive. And we can place the various weapons in your different hands. Question is, how do we know what goes where? No. We need things to move. That took me aback a little bit, even though I had already observed that you were moving. I don't know why it did. It just sort of... You know, the way you moved seemed a little too... real. Oh, okay. Well, it's a good thing you had those animations. I didn't even realize the key to this puzzle was right here. Now, speaking of a key... I guess we did it. Oh, this game is actually gorgeous. It sort of reminds me in its mood and its graphics of... Nobody's going to know what I'm talking about, but the Crayola 3D Castle creator. But now that we've started to untangle this knot, now we can play Solipsis. Two astronauts search for geological features beneath the surface of the moon. They find one. Let's do it. I'm so excited. And remember, with each of these, we also get a comic. Here we are. You know, it's strange that I became an astronaut. I had nightmares as a kid, being alone on the moon. When I woke up, I would look out the window and find the moon in the sky. You know, to prove I wasn't still on it. On some nights, I would see a face there. Oh, wow.
How's the weather down there? Feeling just fine. Let me pull up the coordinates. First deployment is at 20.21 north, 30.77 east.
Oh, it's a top-down game. Oh, and how appropriate. It's just... that whole intro was so beautifully ominous. Both in terms of the inherent danger, the fear of the unknown, and the irrational fears of a child. All of it seemingly coming to life in the scientific horrors of the 60s. It's got all that creepiness of those old film reels. It's almost like an anxiety that those tapes bring about, brought to life in the form of a game. The only thing worse than being alone on the moon is not being alone, I suppose.
I can see it.
Press G to measure gravity. Okay. But we're in control of this. How are we actually...
8 milligauss. We were hoping to locate that empty lava tube. 8 milligauss. Just solid ground orbit. Copy. Go to 20.22 north, 30.80 east.
So our job is to just walk to these coordinates and use our scientific implements. Measure gravity. I suppose looking for anomalies beneath the surface? just lower it down to the ground. Oh, slightly different readings now.
Looking at minus 15.5 milligauss. Definitely some sort of subsurface feature. 20.26 north, 30.81 east.
Definitely some sort of subsurface feature. Wouldn't that be like a pretty significant discovery? You should be excited. I'm actually not familiar with whether we know of any subsurface features on the actual moon.
You're just about there.
Alright, let's... Ooh, wow.
That's... well... What's your reading? Looking at negative 120 here. That's our lava tube. Must be a deep one. I think it's running normally. Take it to 20.31 north, 30.82 east.
Are we actually going to end up going underground? I mean, I feel like we're not at all equipped for that. Unless that was the whole purpose of this expedition. Given the whole vibe, I assume this is still the 60s or 70s.
What's your reading, surface?
Let me just get that for you.
Negative 650.
Press R to rationalize. What is this? Oh, what a haunting image. To go from such like top-down, like old school graphics to this. And imagine the thought of actually making a mini game out of our own dread and paranoia.
The gravimeter... it must be broken. Hold on, I need to adjust my orbit. Houston, I'm near that large satellite. Please advise. Houston, surf it. Do you read? Problem with my thrusters. Too close.
What?
I can't-
What?
Too close.
What? What just happened? Was that the orbiter? We just lost all communication. Now we really are stranded. And I'm confused. Like, was that meant to imply that he also hit the lander, which had taken off? Do I just head back? Do I just wander the surface? Well, I guess my best bet would be to head back. Oh no, I mean, I know I'm vaguely back in this direction, but I don't know exactly where. I could easily lose it to the left or right. I can place this down wherever still. And I'm still getting crazy readings. 670 now. We were somewhat accompanied. I mean, it was creepy walking across the surface, but to now know we're truly the only humans within, like, thousands of miles. 670 still. Should I have continued heading to the... we'll call this northeast. Let's go a little bit in this direction and see if it increases at all. Or maybe it's just east? Yeah, no, definitely. But once we get it out, we've got to touch it to the ground. Alright, so we'll keep heading this way. Oh, what a nightmare. Sometimes all a horror game has to do is put me in a situation that I just really do not like thinking about. And it is very noticeably getting darker. The terrain's starting to appear just a bit different, or is that just me? 824. Rounds up to 825. It's got to be close to the middle as well. Maybe it's just the grain, but it almost sort of looked like the ground was moving slightly for a second. And the features somewhat appearing to change in the light. Oh, this kind of reminds me of Darkwood, which is not the comparison I want to be drawing right now. 890. There's a low rumble that seems to be getting greater and greater the farther we go. I keep thinking I see things in the terrain features, like some huge beast lying across the ground, but when I shine my light over, it's always just a crater or a hill. What do we do? How much air does the suit have, and how much battery does it have to keep this light going, to keep the systems running? 919. Even though there should be nothing here, I cannot help but keep looking around, feeling like something's gonna run in from off screen at any moment. But honestly, the scariest thing that can happen right now is for nothing to continue to happen. That's the worst part. This very real horror is the worst thing about this. The confusion, our partners being there and then suddenly gone, and just the whiplash of going from relatively fine as things go to this in an instant. A childhood nightmare brought to life? Time for another check. 650. No, we've got to head back the other way then. I think maybe we've missed something. Okay, so that tells me that I need to be moving farther south and a little to the left. That's what I need to be doing right now. I can always just move a few steps in one direction and check how it compares one test to the next. And that'll get me a little closer. For example, if I lower it right now, we'll hit 750. If I go a little bit lower, 768. Okay, so we still need to be moving south. If I move a little to the left, 768. Alright, so right now the thing to do is keep moving south. Whatever it was, we passed it. 941 even. There's something here. There is, but it won't let me get close. There's like a circle of rocks around this crater and some kind of black cube right in the center. What happens if I lower it right here? 979. How does one... Can I really not vault over this formation? Which actually seems just a bit deliberate. Press R to rationalize. This is getting more difficult. Which of you is it? Well, you would be the closest thing. Oh, I've just realized your eyes follow my cursor. Oh, I see. We can break these off. There we go. But we can't catch them though. Alright, let's continue to break them off then. Alright, I see. It's gotta be the Soviets. Dude, the implications. I honestly thought it was like like a rectangular object on the surface. All right. Well, here's our lava tube. Listen to that, an echo on the moon. That's a chilling thought that had never even occurred to me until just now. It winds in such a way, such a wide arc that doesn't feel like anything humans would build. Something that came before, or something that's still here now. Or those Soviets just had a really, really big achievement and for whatever reason decided not to tell anyone about it. We're still going. No. Not good, not good, not good. And it seems like our light is doing less and less for us. It's like it catches what's a few feet away, but doesn't catch that gulf between us and where it's landing. So we can see what's far beyond, but not what's just beyond. It literally feels like the walls are closing in. And I do mean literally, as literally. It's like, as the light dims, our field of view grows narrower and narrower, and it's only now that I've realized that the camera's view has been pulling closer and closer. Oh, what a way to use the visuals to simulate the feeling of our hearts sinking in our chest. And we fell through the stairs. Honestly, a relief at this point. Where are we? Whoa, wait, is this the surface? I can't drop the gravemometer. Wouldn't it be called a gravitometer? And it's not exceptionally clear where I can and can't walk. Way to make the moon feel claustrophobic, game. Oh, where am I going? I don't even have the benefit of hints anymore. Oh my god. I just jump scared myself. Okay, you are all gonna need to stop. You are all gonna need to stop. Okay, I need something star-shaped. Star-shaped. Okay, it's right there. There we go. It's like we're hearing voices again over our radio and interpreting them. Interpreting meaning. Even without being able to understand the actual words. Here's that space madness. The Kerbals embrace it, but we're a little less resilient, I suppose. What are we gonna find at those 20 meters? This game is super creepy. I am loving this. I love space horror, but I love space horror even more when it's able to do so in such a grounded fashion, without resorting to Alamaus or such. Oh my god. I actually just had one of those moments that I've read in books where I tried to speak and just couldn't find words. That was horrifying. That was like playing a nightmare. And you know what? My interpretation of that in the end is going to be that I think that's exactly what that was. I mean, they described having exactly such nightmares, and, well, maybe that was one of them. Or maybe they were prophetic, but to me that's a little more lame. Whatever, that was really, really cool. That was super inspired and perfect for an anthology. Just getting across one idea really, really well. But we're never going to get out of here unless we start finding more of these keys and play through more of them. And honestly, so far, this doesn't feel like torture. This actually just feels kind of awesome. Could we open this door over here? No. Something tells me our ultimate freedom lies through there. Ooh.
Welcome to my menagerie of terror. But I know, not exactly ideal laboratory settings. I had to work with what was around, which, given current circumstances, well, it was a lot of... you'll see. But hey, don't knock it. This stuff is going to save your life. In these rooms are 11 different contraptions. Each contraption holds another key. Solve a puzzle, get the key, watch another tape, rinse and repeat until cured. You can tackle the puzzles in any order. Like I said, I just can't actually give you an order. Ruining the surprise, virus spreading in your brain, yada, yada, yada.
Oh, that's right. He claims this is some kind of cure for something we're going through, but I don't know. I really, really don't know what to believe in that department. This ice pick or chisel or something apparently used to kill, and these scissors. What's the significance of those with the rest of the tools? We removed his tongue to save ourselves from judgment. We removed his eyes to save him from witnessing what we were becoming. Oh, we've got to use these levers to change the time on the clock. Okay, well, how do we figure that out? It's got to have... Oh, I see. I see. I would really like to get some light on this. But no switch to be found. Oh, no, there's one right here. There we are. Okay, definitely gonna need that. To be honest, this place doesn't feel right having the lights on, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Alright, so these correspond to hours, but I can't quite see what the shadows beneath are. But there's only a couple ways to interpret this, right? It would be 6:20, right? There we go. I was kind of worried they'd pull a switcheroo and have it be opposite, but we have ourselves another key, which means we can play ourselves another game. I'm going to close this door. It's actually really bothering me. I mean, we may be trapped in horrific setting, but we're not barbarians. And it would seem that the next step is the thing in the lake. Something horrible is hiding in the murky depths. Oh, and wow. From the look of that screenshot, it almost looks like an original Game Boy game. Alright, let's try it. Oh, I keep forgetting about these comics. Ooh. Okay, we've got to maximize this one. A man reminiscing his past gets caught in a string of mysterious murders at an abandoned camp in eastern Poland. Every macabre clue he finds points towards the thing in the lake, hiding in its murky depths. And we can read our discovered notes. There's even achievements. Alright, June 8th, 1992. Dark Carnival. A group of friends broke into an abandoned summer camp to relax after 2 weeks of exams. Cassia, a gallant girl and veterinary student, has arrived earlier to set up the tents near the lake. She doesn't yet know that she's being watched by something evil. Will she survive the evening until her friends find a way to the camp? Or will she become yet another macabre exhibit in the Dark Carnival? So it's like an anthology within an anthology. I don't know if my brain can take this. Finally, I've set up the tent. The guys said they would arrive later in the evening. I guess I can explore the camp a bit. If my friends didn't mess up the directions, they should arrive by the main gate, which is west from here. Oh, it's not even Game Boy, it's really more like Atari or something. Ooh. You spot a map of the entire lake area. It's water damaged and mostly unreadable. But one thing catches your eye. Someone has marked an island on the lake with an X mark. You wonder why. I am really struggling to interpret this imagery, but I thought I just saw, like, text pop up. And I guess this, which ruffles when we walk through it, is meant to be like tall grass or something? Oh, this is weird. And maybe these are like signs that we can read? A new note found. Would you like to read it now? Sure. The hills around Zernebug Lake are hiding many ancient pagan temples, and the people believed that their god lived in the lake itself. What is this, Alan Wake? To this day, researchers find bones, tools, and coins thrown to the lake to appease the being. Retrieved sacrificial artifacts can be found in this Lamaxi open-air museum in... Well, I guess that's not relevant to us. Well, I don't see how we're getting at the note on that island over there, but something tells me it's critical to our survival. You really had to use your imagination for these games, and, well, it seems like in the modern day, we're using storytelling ideas that have developed to help get that across all the better. I'm assuming that's an outhouse. It's got the little moon symbol on the door. Well, let's, we can go west. We can also go south, yeah. Monkey cage. Monkey cage? Well, this place is awesome, but what kind of place is this? An old circus poster. Bajka Circus presents the 1981 season show. Visit the Bajka Circus and be prepared for a night of laughs, gasps, and incredible sights you won't believe. Funny clowns, piano-playing dog, Igor the Terrible, fireworks show every night, fortune teller, something vices, dancing chickens, exotic ape and its trainer. Take your friends and enjoy the show. All of this was just left abandoned? So am I meant to... Oh my... Oh, look at that thing. A great ape observes you from behind the bars of its cage. The horrible smell makes your eyes water as you get closer. It looks like I'm not the only one. Oh, I did not expect to be jump scared twice! Twice I got jump scared by an Atari game. What was that? I just lost... Did I lose stamina or something? We encountered something in there. We can get out through here, but there's a rock in the way. This is Legend of Zelda. Do we have to find a bomb or something to blow it up? That is so awful every time it happens. Oh, I see. I can hold down shift, and we get like 5 seconds worth of stamina that has to replenish. Okay. Well, it looks like there's a staircase right here. Oh, this is so dark. I don't even know. This is why I could never play Dwarf Fortress. It's... Who were you? Okay, this is saying we're in an abandoned building. maybe some kind of like administrative office for the circus. In any case, there's a key over here. I don't know if there's anything else we could do, but who was that we saw running outside? Oh, you're free, you're free! Okay, go, 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 go. This is open now, this is open now, this is open now. Go, 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 go! Find a place to hide. Find a place to hide? Where can I go? Where can I go? I can't go this way. I didn't even realize I could move that way. Oh, I'm struggling so much with the graphics. Okay, get into the abandoned house! No, 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 go, 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 go! It took seconds for the giant ape to catch up with Cassia, and even less time to rip her head out and throw it away. The very last thing her eyes registered was a man standing behind the ape in the distance. The ritual has begun. Chapter 1 complete. Okay. Could I have done something differently? Hang on, I'm going to try that one more time just to see if I could have done something differently. Closed gate needs resort key. Okay, maybe... Okay, once again, I don't know what just happened, but I'm thinking that maybe I should go get that key and run up here instead this time. Okay, it's actually gone if I come back this way. So maybe I can... Oh, but the path is blocked now. Can't get back there. They're gonna show up? Run! I literally can't do anything here. Second one, June 8th, 1992, Tall Grass. Despite the car problems, two friends, Piotr and Marcin, finally arrived at the abandoned camp. Or did they? The dirt road they took suddenly ended in a dead end. The path forward is overgrown with plants slowly reclaiming the ruined buildings. Will they find their way out of the forest? Or will they get lost in the tall grass? I think we're lost, man. I told you we took the wrong turn. I'm sure the camp is right past that gate. We just need to find something to break the rusty lock with. Grab the beer case, find something to force the gate open. Well, there's the beer case, and you're just gonna leave, I guess. You can now access your inventory with space. Find something to force the gate open. Oh wow, we're making this a little bit more complicated in this part. There's our map. And once again, with that strange marking on the island. Circus trailer. This whole place is a carnival of horrors. Well, let's find something to... I'm assuming we can hide in this. Be careful. Walking in tall, dry grass is really loud. Wait, someone's coming. Oh, hey! Behind the trees, you can see a short man in a red cape, walking seemingly aimlessly. Well. And apparently he's also a fighter jet. Well, that's the end of you, I guess. Oh no. You suddenly stop, feeling a weird ticking on your chest. When you look down, you discover a stream of hot blood gushing from your cut neck. You die even before your body hits the ground. Game over. So this one didn't say I'd completed, so maybe there was no way out of the first one. So you're gonna do that. I'm gonna grab this. You come from up there. Run! Yeah, wow, even on easy mode, I just barely make it. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely glad I'm not going to be restarting constantly. Probably will be even then. And we can use that crowbar that he dropped to open this. We find whatever that was. What did we just find? And it's telling us to avoid the tall grass. Post-Soviet monument. Alright, so this is going to be more of a obstacle avoidance thing than an adventure game. It's all we can do to not get your attention. That's us from before. Oh, okay, and the monkey's after us. Run from the monkey. Monkeys are bad. Monkeys are bad for the soul. Monkeys are good for the soul, but this one's bad. This is actually, you know, this is surprisingly panic-inducing, given what it is. And it seems we're through the gate on the other side of where the other character wanted to be. Nice way to bring this thing together. It's telling not multiple stories, but one story from many perspectives. Why is my arrow up here? Find a way to meet your friend. Well, we already know that that's not going to happen. The darkness is actually conveyed in a pretty convincing way. And no, run, leave, go. Get away from the Mankey. Now that we've escaped, will we be able to do that again? We gotta read these notes. It's all about context. Resort memo. The old lady from room 1408 has lost the key again. I'll bet a cigarette pack she lost it in church. She's there every day. Cash bonus for anyone who will find the key. Management. Also, nice little reference. But, okay, so she's in church? How do we find said church? For all I know, that's a hint that only matters to my next character. An old postcard dated June 1981. Dear Asia, I miss you dearly. The resort here is pretty bad and boring without you. The lake's water smells bad and the pool is overcrowded. The only fun thing here is the circus. The piano playing dog is incredible. The big ape is scary looking, but it listens to every command from his trainer. There's also a freak they call Igor, and he seems to appear from out of nowhere. Spooky. Hope to see you soon. Stasek. Difficulty aside, this game actually is, like, really creepy in that way. And it's combining ideas that you don't normally see together. I mean, Circus Freak Show meets Camp Crystal Lake, basically. Alright, but we can't get out that way. But we can get out, I don't know what that was, but we can get out through here. I guess this up here represents different things we still need to find. Closed door needs key. Okay, do we see a key somewhere? No, presumably that's 1408. Can we get through down here? We need to be very aware of where all the exits are at all times. We need to know where we're going. This character has a little bit more stamina, which means that he's probably expected to run more. Okay, just checking to see that that door didn't close behind us! Go. I don't know where I'm going. I have no idea where I'm going. I'm out of stamina. This is the easy story mode? Alright, now that's tall grass, so if we go to grab whatever's over there, we are dead. Unless we can get over to here, but it seems like where they enter from is randomized, which makes this quite a problem. And certainly makes it all the more unacceptable that if we die, we go back to the beginning. Moldy newspaper, person killed in a boat accident. A tragedy, something in the Slamaxi community. Known better as Madame Mysteria, 29-year-old, was hit by a motorboat. The body has not yet been recovered. She was survived by her husband. Okay. I guess I just keep moving then, right? Is this the church? I can't even tell. Something's my cursor even moves under. Well, this looks great. This looks just great. Suddenly a rusty bear trap sets off onto your leg, tearing the muscles. The pain is sickening. In the distance, you can see a hooded figure approaching slowly. Come on, move. I can't move. Mash WASD to free yourself. With one strong swing, the hooded figure frees you both from the bear trap and your leg. Crawling away from the assailant, you feel weaker and weaker until it gets dark. The ritual continues. Chapter 2 complete. June 13th. With the ritual coming in just 2 days, a young aspiring witch, Anna, has been ordered to prepare the ritual site. The head priest of the cult has ordered her to come alone, which troubled Anna, but the perspective of a promotion was more than enough. Yeah, you really gotta move on up in that witchy world. The murky water has been slowly turning bloody red in Zerneberg, the cursed lake. The ritual will begin shortly. I must make sure everything's in place. I'll need both the blessed chalk and the holy candles. Where did they leave it? So now we're in the old church. Presumably the location of the key to 1408. There we go. Now, we also need the blessed chalk somewhere in the pool, and the holy candles, presumably, in room 1408. Now, it is really interesting to be carrying knowledge from one character to another in order to get the full story. Farmer's letter. Josek, I've set up the bear traps around the lake. People are avoiding the place anyway, and maybe we'll get the bear that's killing our sheep. They're well hidden, but you should spot them if no problem if you get closer. Your friend, Bartek. Yeah, that sounds like Poland. Oh wow, it's a whole field of curiosities. I don't feel safe in here. Let's get it over with fast. She can sprint as well. Did I just see something appear right there? Oh, it's a whole maze. Yeah, we can't get through here. Should I be doing something else? Oh, right, okay. We can move out this way as well. If we could make our way into the actual resort, we could grab that key, right? I don't know if we're actually being directly pursued, but considering Igor did come after me when I stepped in one of those traps, well, I've got to imagine that walking in the tall grass is still a no-go. Man, am I part of this or what? Okay, so we can walk over this. Grave Robber's Diary. The drunk gravedigger told me something really interesting today. They buried someone rich in this forgotten cemetery in an unmarked tomb. I'd bet the jewelry is still there with her. Well, that's not my business. But I imagine it will be the business of some future protagonist. Let's get out of here. They say that strange lights appear over the witch's house at night. It seems that even the ape is afraid of this place. Well, that's good, right? But apparently not whoever laid the traps. And we can't go inside. Yep, okay, if we outrun you, we can come up here. And, oh my god. Slowly maneuver our way through. Avoiding the bear traps, avoiding the tall grass. And we can exit in 2 different directions. I wish I knew which way was the right way. Remembering that we can get randomly sprung on at any time. This brings us back to the resort area. So many obstacles. And so few enterable houses. Can we make our way maybe to the end of these docks? I mean, clearly something is going on with this island, right? This is probably the most freedom we've had to explore yet on a character. This is the ritual site, yes. Needs blessed chalk. What about this way? This is the dried up pool. which means we must be getting at least somewhat close, right? Over here are the candles, which means that after this, we just need to make our way to the hotel. What if we come through this way? I'm just trying to... Yeah, we've definitely been here. I'm just trying to remember... Yeah, we've got to go back in this direction. Just avoid that grass. Oh man, I'm gonna be so mad if I get chased on the way back. Open, and we've got it. That's all we need. And here comes the ape. You know, you'd think I'd have the green light to explore as I please, but, well, the ape's an animal, and, well, I guess Igor just can't help himself. Then again, the ape is restrained by the handler, right? I don't know if somebody just moved up there, or if that was my own mouse. Alright, well, I don't want to trigger Igor by going to grab this shovel. Presumably we can do something with it, right? Or maybe it's just there to tempt me? Perhaps they're getting ready for the ritual? Well, let's start this thing. You knew what you had to do. You undress and lie down on the rock, ready to become one with the cult. Hearing the chainsaw, you pray it'll be over quickly. Okay, so when you said promotion, the business world is cutthroat to say the least. Alright, Chapter 4, Lovecrafting. Verb. 2 days later. June 15th. A man reminiscing his past gets caught in a string of mysterious murders at an abandoned summer camp in eastern Poland. What's the connection between him and the mysterious lake? All questions will finally be answered in Lovecrafting. You know, I like how it is, like, genuinely spooky, but it's like combining different types of nostalgias in its presentation. Well, we don't even get an opening dialogue with this guy. Let's see. Go, go, go. Huh. I'm not sure we've yet seen this angle. But we can walk under some kind of overhead sign. Kind of running out of things to say about it, but we've still got to be wary of bear traps. And also remember where they are in the event that something happens and we have to run. Finish the ritual while avoiding the killers. Why would I finish the ritual? Like, why would I do that? I need to make my way to the island then. But how do I get there? Is this the right way? No. I know now why it does that, to make me think that something has entered with me. Go, go, go. We're back where we started, right back at the beginning. Entering a familiar camp, you can't help but feel a little bit nostalgic for the good times you spent here. Should we maybe check the house first, or is that a bad idea? There is a key. Question is, the key to what? Oh no, wait. For the first protagonist, the way was blocked, but for us, we can make it through. Now, we may just have to walk through some tall grass in order to do so, so be ready to run. Nope, we were able to just barely skirt by. No, yeah, you're the one who got a bad spawn this time. Okay, so there's our key, meaning we can get in this way. Oh, I'm not looking forward to potentially losing this run. Up here is how we enter the enter the place, the resort. Just gotta keep moving and hope one doesn't spawn right next to me. But I think our best bet to avoid that is going to be to just keep moving. Slowly but steadily. No bear traps, no threats. I actually like how by the time we get to this longest segment, maybe I should grab the shovel. By the time we get to this longest segment, we sorta are familiar enough to know what we're doing. Up here, we're so close. And the remains of our witch friend torso. Needs torso, press F to continue anyway. You begin chanting as the hooded figure appears from one side of the island, and the orangutan from the other. This body requires more parts. Dad. What a twist! The orangutan starts crying for its trainer. As you lay down next to the unfinished body, your son starts cutting out the missing parts. But it's alright. Your final act of sacrifice will ensure that your family will be together again. Finally. Ending B. Okay, well this went Maury Povich real quickly, but wow, this game was actually kind of nuts. It's a pretty cool way of combining all kinds of different perspectives in order to tell one complete story. The gameplay was somewhat annoying in that if you die, you have to go all the way back to the beginning, and dying was almost luck-based at certain points. But every level was short enough that it wasn't too much of a hindrance, and it is legitimately creepy, managing to make the most of its atmosphere and story with very few visual elements. And the first image of that ape is truly terrifying. I mean, it is, when something enters, it is actually panic-inducing. Did I mention the visual of that ape when it first appears on the screen is going to be seared into my mind forever? Alright, whatever. Next game. We get the achievement, bring the family together. Have you nothing to say? A weird thing has happened where it's like, I feel like my eyes are having a hard time focusing on 3D scenery after that. But there must be more puzzles to solve. I know we could have gotten more endings and such, but I don't have time to figure it out right now. In the meantime, let's continue to have a look around. I've got the body parts you need. 2 bits. And we've got scissors and a straight razor. 2 bits. Well, there's whatever this thing is. Oh, and it's all connected to a piano. Almost gives the impression that if I were to play some keys, the bees would lift up and down. And this comes around to here. So we've actually moved around our room, which, I'm just trying to parse out where that door might actually lead, but it seems it goes under the stairs, meaning it probably goes to the basement. Alright, so let's figure this thing out. 2 bits, what do you mean by that? I mean, this definitely looks like a bit, but everything else seems too big. Are there any hints around the room, besides this person presumably being decapitated? It's really unnerving seeing, like, pixelated versions of real classic artwork. Alright, I think we've just got to make decisions. Two bits. I'm wondering if maybe I'm not, like, missing some kind of, like, musical reference, which I simply would not know. Oh, there's another scrap right here. Oh, we're putting together an entire skeleton jazz band, and I'm here for it. Alright, so I just looked it up, and apparently this is dependent on a hint that cannot be found here, so we'll save that for later, and instead just go to this one. Now, what have you got to say? The King of Tithes demands payment to be precise. The pound of flesh, this time in blood. So it's a balancing game, is it? So we drop that. We need you to lower to be the same. But if we don't do it right, it'll be too heavy. We need it exactly the same. No? Well, we've got it fairly close. What increments can we do this by? Now we can sort of get an idea for the type of animal. For example, this little bug would be the smallest. So, okay, so if we were to put you all in there, right? Obviously it'd be too heavy. We get rid of you. You're among the biggest, and then we get rid of the rabbit? No. Or maybe it all has to be equal to the man? Now the water one actually weighs down on that side. So perhaps it is actually necessary for that one to be open. And then if we put away the cow, add the... I guess that's a wolf? No. Get rid of you. And there we are. Okay, so it is necessary for the water to be placed on this side. Well, there's our key. Those shadows are scaring the absolute bejesus out of me. Why do these things all have to swing so much? And at least this one has the excuse of being located outside. Only one light can be on at a time, it seems. After getting used to it, it is honestly kind of spooky walking all the way back. This, by comparison, feels less like a prison and more like a safe room. I mean, we got the glow of the TV. It actually feels downright comfy at this point. But our next game will be another late night. You're up late playing video games and messing around on the internet, and things take a dark turn. We're getting real meta with this one, aren't we? As if we weren't getting meta before. The comics are actually all parts of one whole, so I think I'm just going to end up saving that for the end. But for now, we've got a game to play. Can I Alt-Enter this thing to make it full screen? No, I guess not. I don't even have the option of maximizing the window. Hello, players, subject number 619. Another Late Night is a narrative test project by Secret Cow Level. This is all credits. Okay. Oh, what an adorable kitty. New message received. Haha. Are you there? I'm worried about you. And then she immediately signs off. I can't reply? Alright, well, let's minimize that. Wow, they weren't wrong. Memory low, please close window. I guess it doesn't like me opening 2 programs at once. What do I have, like 5 megabytes of RAM? One new article in your feed. What's Atlas Chat 1.0? I hate Twitter, Jesus Christ. What's up, Buttercookies? I searched murder hornets, and there were all these people talking about how they're not real and how the media is trying to scare us. Here's my dog sitting on a stool. She's so weird. She wouldn't jump up. I think she's getting fat, so we got a stool for her. Aw, pupper. Valid. Wow, this is just like Reddit. A whole bunch of conspiracy theories and predictable replies and conversations that are long and seem to have great importance but actually go nowhere. Whatever. Let's play the actual game. 4 people reported missing. Video game developers suspected to be involved. Developer Justin Raynard and 3 people who played his most recent game have disappeared. Raynard disappeared on the 12th, leaving his wallet and keys in his apartment. Police believe the disappearances are linked. He was an up-and-coming independent developer who has published multiple titles, including Don't Go Out and CCG Doom Trooper. He specialized in 2D games with dark subject matter. The game has been removed from stores, but has been pirated and can be downloaded online. Multiple sites describe the game as manipulative. What does that mean? And at least one person has reported that it might be recruiting people, although how or for what reason is not clear. The publisher, DreadXP, issued a statement saying that they were deeply saddened by Raynard's disappearance. We're getting real meta with this one, boys. Ooh, wait, we can play Doom Trooper. Oh, it's a link! Oh, we're getting even more meta. Alright, next page. Hey, you know this game is really screwed up? I don't remember how we got here either. Don't worry. I won't leave you. I'm pretty sure in the bottom right it said, "Everyone dies alone." That was really creepy how abruptly that transition occurred. And look, we've even got the DreadXP collection itself frozen in the background as we're playing with this window. And we're just back. The game is a psychological thriller exploring dark themes. Rumors are that it's also a recruiting tool for a cult-like group that uses sites that experts call Chan boards. These sites, like the now-defunct 4chan and 8chan, haha, oh, this is like some kind of utopian future, are the frontier of social media. Places where there are no laws and posters can find others who share views which are not mainstream. These sites can also be home to white supremacists and other hate groups, and to groups which would not be tolerated on Facebook or Instagram. Oh, how naive you are. Users claim that there are also places where anonymity allows real freedom of expression, and that people can share suppressed information. And the internet's down. Awesome. Well, time to go power cycle my modem and router. That sounded very in my room and not in the program. You got your internet straightened up? What a relief. Are you okay? I mean, it's okay if you're not. It's as if the world was screwed up. Do you want to talk about it? I'm here to listen. It's like my job, right? And I really care. Let's talk about what's bothering you. Which is worse for you? Climate change, school shootings, pandemic. Well, obviously all these things are terrible, but on a larger scale, I guess climate change? It's hard to think about, you know? Everything going on right now. Then again, what difference does it make if the world is going to end? Because it's not the world, of course. The rocks, the planet that we cover like a thin skin of mold, will be fine. Extinction event. Just like the dinosaurs, only instead of an asteroid, we did it to ourselves. And I can reply, although I gotta ask, are you even trying? You're just one person, right? It probably doesn't matter. And 2 is, but are you? Are you part of the problem? Let's try to remain positive for just a moment to see what kind of response we get. You just need to find them. Show them that you've got what it takes. What if they were looking for you right now? Wouldn't you want to find them? My responses are extremely weird. Let's try and remain positive. It's giving me these answers that almost seem like I'm trying to... I don't know. I understand how sometimes you're afraid and no one helps. How you can't let anyone know how you feel. I'm here. But you're not a follower, right? There it is again. Yeah, that was really bizarre, and in that case, it was actually my responses that aren't making sense to me. I mean, maybe I just read something wrong, and it confused the whole rest of the conversation, but... I don't know, that was real strange. What happens if we look at my computer? Ah, we can look through our files and whatnot. We can't drag the window. Oh, we got lots and lots of rat pictures. Oh, look at them rats. Oh, look at that big chungus. Oh, rats are so cool. They're just little guys. All right, let's go back. Oh, wow, we actually were opening all of these. Photos. Hunter. Why are these labeled as Hunter? It looks like infrared photography. Videos? I love how they're like trying to experiment on me and I'm just using my data hoards of local entertainment. I used to love this show, but I feel like the writing really went downhill after they got that new showrunner in season 15. Alright, they're just generic loops. Obviously we have to look here. Wow, Ted's a babe. Well, they've given us a lot to screw around with, but I've got to get moving. Triple Duck? No, it's Torpleduck. His game's cool. Super retro. Okay, I'm not gonna try and read all this in real time. So what did they post? A link removed by a moderator and a whole bunch of binary just dropped in here. Sorry, I'm just trying to see what happened. And this corpse pile says, looks like it's back up. 4 missing an online video game cult. Is that just a link to the same article? It is. Huh, it's almost like the article itself is like some kind of memetic hazard. These sites are often places where fringe and extreme groups recruit new members. Even the president, during a recent press conference, was quoted as saying, "We must stop the glorification of violence in our society. This includes the gruesome and grisly video games that are now commonplace. It's too easy today for troubled youth to surround themselves with a culture that celebrates violence. We must stop or substantially reduce this, and it has to begin immediately." Want to hear a story? I played the game. How did it go, you ask? I know you ask because I'm you. Well, that explains some things. I'm the part of yourself that sometimes you don't listen to. It's okay. Not as good as some of the other games I played. So get this. I'm playing, and I get a text on my phone. It's from my friend, and he's also playing the game. You don't want to hear this. You sure? My friend asks me how far I am in the game. He says he's not getting anywhere. Then he says, "Oh wait, just keep going. Trust me." Okay. I trust you, me. At first it feels like I keep getting stuck. I almost quit. Then I get it. Get what? Just keep playing. You'll get there. This is real cool because it's like it works on the level of a game that exists in universe, as well as the EXE I've launched right here. You're not a quitter, are you? Are you? How many things did you say you were going to do and you started, but you never finished? Exercise? Are you saving enough money? Did you complete your work? Is your room a mess? What does it say about you? How often do you know you should do something, but you watch TV or play a game like this? But right now, your job is to finish this game, right? That cut a little deeper than I was hoping for. Because you believe in follow through. You don't just quit. I'm not a quitter. My friend and I text a couple of times. He says keep going. I text him that something really weird just happened. He doesn't answer. It's late. I call him. A woman picks up. I don't know her. Wrong number? Yeah. I mean, no. It's in my contacts. But it isn't my friend. I don't know what happened. It was weird. I mean, I must have put it there, right? But it wasn't my friend. It's the game developer's wife. The wife of the guy who went missing. She's upset. Wants to know how I got this number. I hang up. Do you get it yet? What is this game about, anyway? This game's about finding yourself. About opening your eyes. You can lie to other people, but you can't lie to yourself. What have you done? Are there parts of yourself that you blocked? Probably. How would you know? What if I could show you things that you did that you don't remember? In for a penny, in for a pound. Have you ever tried hypnosis? No, that's not for me. Have you ever tried hypnosis? Deja vu? Being hypnotized is one of the best experiences ever. I was in a trance. I could feel and see and hear, but I just didn't care. It was better than anything. Did you just hear somebody clear their throat? 'Cause I swear I did. And I know you guys are probably used to hearing stuff like that in the background sometimes, but, well, it's 5 a.m. right now, and I kind of doubt that's the case. This is weird. Have you ever heard voices? No, wait, hear me out. Have you ever been half asleep or something, and you thought you heard someone's voice? Maybe someone like your grandmother? That is, if that's a coincidence, that is too creepy. No. I mean, well, kinda? Or have you ever been somewhere and thought you heard someone call your name? Our brains are strange. That's how it starts. Does this game hypnotize people? And I can reply to myself. I get that now, I'm answering my own questions. People can only be hypnotized if they want to be. Some people are more susceptible to hypnosis. If the bottom of the iris of your eye doesn't go all the way to your bottom eyelid, if you've got a little white crescent of white under it, people who do are more susceptible to hypnosis. What the frick? They are more likely to have ecstatic religious experiences. Have you ever had something like that? Can't say that I have. You know, repression works right up until it doesn't. Then you might do something you don't intend to do. You might break. You might snap. It is time. Dude, I just heard I'm calling the cops. It's been days. You promised. What have you done? Are you okay? Are you there? It's all coming up, Ted. Do I have to... Nope, come on. I can only minimize. I can only minimize. All right, kill the pop-ups, kill the pop-ups, kill the pop-ups, kill them all. I just gave a whole bunch of people a nostalgia attack, but I can't get rid of them permanently, and these red ones can't be removed at all. All right, well, let's just turn it all red then. Turn it all red. These ones at this side, clear our notifications. Okay, it's almost over. Final 3 questions and then it's done. Are you ready? Get it over with already. Question 1. Have you ever wet the bed? Yes. Question 2. Have you ever heard or felt the desire to hurt another living creature? Especially bugs or animals? Well, if humans count, then yes. Final question. Do you or have you ever had a strong interest in lighting things on fire? Maybe fireworks, paper, excessive candles, or an old house? Well, look, everybody likes a fire, but, like, it depends on what degree you're thinking of here. I'm gonna say no. Thank you. Your responses have been recorded. If necessary, based on your psychological profile, Foundry agents have been dispatched to your residence. Otherwise, you'll be activated when we require your skill set. A very particular set of skills. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. Thank you for participating in our simulation. And now we get the final page of the article. Game developer Justin Raynard has been found. Police say that they are still investigating, but that Raynard was apparently abducted by people who believed that the game, Another Late Night, allowed them to connect with others who could, in the words of their manifesto, see the world as it really was. Police refuse to speculate on why Raynard was abducted, but an anonymous source says that the group suspected him of withholding information. Raynard was hospitalized overnight for dehydration. He has since been released. One alleged abductor is in custody. Several others are still sought. An ending which leaves us with even more questions than answers. Thank you for playing. Feel free to click around. Nothing? Okay. But with wording like that, I can't help but feel that there's not something maybe hidden in the dark. Hold document on clams? And, oh wow, it's an actual readme. Ending on the note, support your local indie developer, Black Lives Matter. This whole thing has a very, like, 2020s feel to it. I mean, it's not just in that, it's in, well, a lot of the themes that it goes into. But this is real cool. I mean, I feel like it's a really awesome piece of meta horror in that it captures an experience that is certainly going to be very familiar to those who, well, are playing a game like this. The people who stay up late into the night browsing, doom scrolling, reading all these horrible stories. And it's all just got elements of feeling like everything is crashing down and connecting with all these people while simultaneously being so far apart from them. And it's like a panic even in the most comfortable position possible. A really interesting and thoughtful game with a smidge of humor that somehow doesn't actually even detract from the horror. I'd actually like to investigate this more, so I'm going to be reading up on it, but in the meantime, I've got other keys to find. And we get the achievement, Don't Listen, Just Don't. Your fingers haven't actually uncurled anymore, although I do get the impression that that will be the final stage. I'm probably going to end up playing 2 more games. I think my record sessions will probably be split into either side of the room. Well, let's go. Next, let's make our way upstairs. I'm sure there's a lot here that we still haven't seen. Wow. There's a whole other floor, and we can even go up to the attic. Now, what are you? Oh, you're crying bloody tears. And presumably we've got to make you face something? But maybe we can't do this through trial and error. Is this the box that you would open? No. Oh, we need at least 2 more pieces of the tapestry, of the painting. We got to get the band back together in order to make this work. Like I said, I don't want to be searching around too much, but I also know that some of these require other things. So what are you for? Are you part of a larger puzzle? Oh, yep, definitely part of this. Okay, so what is it that we're doing? Maybe they all need to face this thing? Face the truth, even if it blinds you. So we've got to spin you all the way around. And you as well. Oh, there's another piece. If we look around, I bet we can find the other one. Now that just leaves the question of you, which means we probably got to spin you around all the way. There we are. You're all facing it. But that didn't get us what we needed. Are there perhaps more of you elsewhere? No, this is something else. Oh no, there's one. So we gotta find you all. There we go. It's just a matter of looking into the adjacent rooms. There's our next key. And off we go towards our next game. I have to say, it's really intriguing, the idea of knowing that it might be tedious to play all these games just one after the other, even if they are very different. And so it almost acts as a little breather in between those things. A little greater scope puzzle to solve even as we're doing all these smaller ones. The diving bell. Oh no, even the title alone in that screenshot is giving me flashbacks to Iron Lung. Isolation takes its toll on even the strongest of wills. Survive the crushing depths of the ocean and reach your salvation. Sounds interesting. I mean, I did just finish Dredge, so I'm certainly in the mood for some nautical horror. Bathysphere Labs, nice pun. And Phantom Sloth Games. And Rabbit Run Games. Man, how many people worked on this thing? Oh, look at this. We interact with the left mouse button. Hide using left control. And type with any key. But we're confined to this spot. Is this our base at the bottom of the sea? A big window facing outward off into the darkness of the bottom of the ocean. Personnel. Oh, I see. They're all, these are all credits. Oh, I've just realized we can see on the bottom right a depth of nearly 10,000 meters. Resume report doesn't do anything. Begin report. Type assist 1. Type assist changes the amount of letters typed per key press. What do you mean? Begin report. Land Research Base Emergency Report. December 22nd, 1993. Oh! Okay, there's something more going on here than sea critters. Oh wow, it literally auto-types when I press any key. So in this game, I type by being a 90s hacker, just waving my fingers over the keyboard. Report author Gregory Thoss. Base status critical. Personnel involved: Gregory Thoss, Riskowitz Saul, Caraway Alex, Hughes Lysander, Houston Don, crew dead 4, all but me. Incident report: at 3 p.m. today, during a scheduled transfer from the Land Research Base to Diving Bell W-95, an explosive decompression incident occurred. Crew members Riskowitz, Caraway, Hughes, and Houston had earlier been ordered to staff the Diving Bell for the purposes of a research expedition. I can't type while these images are flashing on my screen. Should I be looking around when it happens? This is the kind of thing where I can't help but be very aware of the space behind me. A diving expedition into the Redwater Crevasse, during which they would collect samples and photographs of the flora, fauna, and minerals found in those depths. All 4 base members were in the umbilical connecting land base to... This is me getting my final words out. It's actually a game, I think, about being the one who writes those notes that the protagonist that comes in later will discover. All 4 members were in the umbilical connecting land base to the diving bell when one of the automatic pressure regulation mechanisms failed. This mechanism, which normally equalizes the pressure in the umbilical with the water pressure outside, had to be manually overwritten by crew member Thoss, base contact for the research crew. When prompted to complete his manual override, proximity warning, anomaly size 200 meters. That's gigantic, right? I mean, if it is an organism and not a feature of the terrain. This isn't my fault. This is my fault, God. This isn't my fault. This isn't my fault. This is not my fault. I just couldn't. I didn't mean it. I didn't... What was that noise? This is a true exercise in dread. I mean, the way they frame this, we already feel like we're a dead man typing. All right, December 23rd, 1993. Base status critical. Report. Would like to apologize for a breach of professionalism in yesterday's report. As team leader, any failure is on my shoulders. If rescued, I will cooperate with company prosecution to the fullest extent. I'm beginning to worry, however, that there'll be no chance to prosecute me. Rescue possibilities are slim and growing slimmer. The incident yesterday seems to have affected the ocean floor. I think some kind of tectonic shift has occurred, destabilizing the base. The facility is holding together, but electrical and mechanical difficulties... Log update. The base is only barely holding together. Alright, well, whatever. We've got to go to heating and repair something. Oh, and we are actually walking around now. I was supposed to be going home by now. Well, guess whining won't fix the heat. Alert said heating malfunction, so I guess I'm heading to the heating chamber. Unless I want to freeze. Am I to assume that's over here? Living quarters locked. No. Sample collection. Mechanical bay. Okay, where's heating then? Can't seem to climb these ladders. uses like an airlock system. AA pills will reduce your anxiety. I can consume using R. All generators active. Okay, good. But we've got to locate heating. If your anxiety grows too strong, the company cannot guarantee your safety. Life support. I mean, heating sounds life supporty. It's definitely needed to support life. We could just kill the switch and presumably ourselves with it, right? But that's not quite what I'm ready to do just yet. So this is like a sanity mechanic almost? Oh, look. If we look outside, we can see the rest of the base. So large compared to us, yet somehow still so small and claustrophobic. This is the electrical room, and here's the boiler room. It's a good idea to keep an eye out for where things are. We may need to retread ground in a hurry. Caraway. Boiler's been on the fritz again. So much for wanting to help with the technical stuff. How many beers you owe me now? 20? 30? Well, if I ain't here, the fixing's on you. I don't care if it ain't your job. Spare parts are over in comms. Figure it out. Left some AAs over there, too. And if all the loud noises in here have scared you too bad. Seems like they're not getting along even before things are going down. But right now, we're not aware of anything out there. It's really more a matter of guilt. The observation deck, huh? A room above our own chamber. But being up here doesn't do us much good. We've got to make our way interstitial. There's a whole lot to actually check out. Communications. This place looks like it was left in a hurry. Was I maybe up here when things went down? I mean, if they were all there. Here's the release of our distress beacon, which presumably has already been done. Okay, let's grab all the pills we can. Stockpiling's not a bad thing if it'll let us. Riskowitz. Look, I know it gets boring down here, I really do. But experimenting with our anti-anxiety meds is a bad idea, even for you. It might mill you out for a little while, but if we ain't got 'em when we need 'em, if, say, Houston has another one of his breakdowns, there could be trouble. I won't tell Thos, but get it together, man. Do some laps around the base or something. Caraway. So there were some secrets from us, were there? And I just saw, there is actually a map we can bring up. It tells us where we're needed and where everything is. Ooh, spare parts. Well, this is Riskowitz's box, but I'm not seeing a spare fuse. It must be somewhere around here. So it seems that right here, what we're really missing is the green fuse. So we gotta look around for that. Over here is also something. Oh, I see it right there. Generator fuse. Funny how a little piece of metal is all standing between me and a frozen death. Better bring it back to heating. Waiting for each of these doors to open is going to get real old real fast, I can already tell. But maybe that's part of it. Maybe stopping us, forcing us to have just 1 second between each room where we have to stop and think about our horrible situation. There we go. Should head back to my terminal. Corporate likes their logs immaculate. Helps them avoid litigation. And typing helps to pass the time. Okay, let's get these reports done and grab some more of these meds. There's a note under the desk. Don't look outside for too long. Sometimes you think you see things. Active imagination is not good in these depths. Thos. Log update. Log interrupted by system failure. Parts of base are currently inaccessible and systems are not behaving as they should. Distress call from the comms room beacon has not been acknowledged. Current worst case plan of action will be to repair one of the high pressure diving suits. Oh no. Using it to make the journey to Diving Bell W95. Pretty sure that place is cursed by now, but I suppose you gotta do what you gotta do. Personal note. I think the situation may be affecting my sight. I think I know what that means. If the emergency beacon's not functioning, I've got less than no chance of getting rescued. I have to fix it. We've got a mechanical failure in communications. Alright, so we're getting back up to where we were then. Oh, and there's a note here as well by the bookcase. Took the station Bible. I'd tell you to ask me if you need it, but a lot of you are heathens. Oh, all I've got is the scoldings of a dead man. We've got sample collection as well. What kind of things have we recovered from the bottom? Seems to be all different types of plants and coral. Although that looks a bit more fleshy, it's hard to tell. There's too much reflection in the glass when I get close. I know I'm going the wrong way, but... pressure suit required to enter the data center. So that's how we're leaving, is it? The roar of those generators is actually quite creepy when you're not expecting it. Sounds like some kind of unearthly howl. Avert your eyes and move to safety if something causes you distress. Okay, I guess the jump scares... That's what it is. I'm fighting against myself. It's my own sanity that needs to remain intact. I'm my own worst enemy in a situation like this. Doesn't look like we drained too much health. In fact, that 80 turned to an 81. Is that maybe our heart rate? Alright, we've got to repair the distress beacon. Question is, how do we do that? Is it a matching game? Yes it is. Blue to blue, red to red, green to green, yellow to yellow.
When I was alive, I always feared the cold embrace of death.
No.
Leaving this world like a man sinking into the depths of the ocean, becoming one with the seabed, turning to silt. My embrace of religion was that of a child, huddled beside a nightlight. But when you killed me, you showed me a purpose. A state of being I never truly believed could exist. Why don't you come out and join us? How great it would be to thank you in person. Well, even if that term, in person, might not apply to me any longer.
Good lord, that scared me far more than I thought this game could at this point. To look out and actually see him, the way he phrased that, I wonder if that wasn't a vision of Hughes. But it's gonna be that kind of game, is it? It actually is going to be the manifestations of our guilt that come to haunt us. We never actually did learn what it was we did that would cause what happened to happen. Alright, we are gonna have to report this. The company has advised us to report all instances of ghosts, especially of the guilt-ridden variety. And what a note to resume on. I think the situation may be affecting my psyche. Just saw something I couldn't possibly have seen at depths like these. Though this situation is not my fault. Is not. I asked the command, please consider the stress of these circumstances once the investigative probe is launched. I was looking forward to spending Christmas with my wife and child. Why would I have not failed? Not failed when I didn't if I was scheduled to return to the mainland today. I was literally 2 days to retirement. Please excuse the rambling, Command. Not feeling well. Gonna go to bed. December 24th. Christmas Eve. Looks like we've calmed down somewhat, but we've still got quite a bit of residual panic. Report author Gregory Thoss. Don't let them see your shame. Hide with control. No. This might be the best manifestation of guilt I've ever seen in a game. We're literally hiding from having to face the people we killed. That is interesting. Base status still critical. Base still holds for now. No response to distress call yet. Beginning to consider my escape options more thoroughly. A personal note, please forgive. Please forgive the intrusion, Command. I think I slept last night. If it was night, and if I did sleep. If I did, the incident that wasn't my fault was all I could think of. The others stood. Our heart rate doesn't lie. Even if we've convinced ourselves that it wasn't our fault, we still feel this deeply. The others stood close around me, speaking of things they couldn't have known when they were alive. Power fluctuation. I don't like this. We're gonna have to go back to the electrical room and see what's going on there. It seems like the red lights indicate a failure. Was that note there before? Now let's grab a couple more of these pills. We haven't needed them yet, but who knows when we will. Houston, I don't like writing this, but I'm gonna need an explanation for your conduct over the past few days. Riskowitz and Caraway have said that you've been twitchy and hostile. They think you analyzed one of the drill unit's samples and found something strange. And frankly, I think you're scaring them. I want to vouch for you, I really do. But I can't if you don't tell me what's going on in your head. Come and find me and let's talk. If they need more, oh, come on, let go. I can't take the pills. Anxiety level critical. I can't really hide either. I don't know what I'm hiding from. If you need more AAs, I'll get them to you. But not if I don't know what's happening. So I was the voice of reason at one time. Oh, it's like my vision is always drawn towards the viewport. This infernal door always malfunctions. Guess I'm taking the long way around. But before, that wasn't even an option. Unless the living quarters were repaired by something we had already done. Pressure chamber. I have a feeling we don't want to be over there. Stairs, mess hall, medical bay, laboratory. We don't want any of this right now, right? Service lift. We could use it to get upstairs. The cargo elevator seems to still have power, but it's missing parts. Not sure which of the other poor guys broke it, but I don't think I can reprimand them now. I'm gonna die down here. Keep it together, Thoss. Just find those elevator parts and everything will be fine. This place looks like it's built for far more than 5 people. But look at it, this place, which must have once been filled with the sounds of conversation, now left dark and empty. Seats left out, never to be used again. I'll certainly help myself to more of these. And maybe we could do something with the knives. Each one is duller than the last. Not fit for cutting bread, yet here I am, almost tempted to take one. Some kind of axe or pick? I'll skip the part where I tell you that I'm beyond sick and tired of telling you people to remember the override code for electrical. Here it is, 1890. You get that this time? 1890. It's 1890, 1890. One more than 1889, one less than 1891. Now that you remember that, I have this to say. If one of you wakes me up at 2 in the morning to ask me what the code is, I'm going to murder you with an axe. Don't test me. Hughes. Sounds like you had other stuff going on even before all this. You really had other stuff going on before this. That's that symbol that we've been seeing. Or rather, the one that crosses our vision sometimes when we're at our worst during these reports. Pulley belt. Okay, so we can take that, and there's another note over here. Caraway had the same dream that you were talking about, or something real similar. Went to bed sober as a stone, too. And there's an extra bit. A weird extra bit. When I woke up, I had something in my hand. A page. Looked like it'd been torn out of a Bible. Something don't feel right down here anymore. Insofar as it ever did. Riskowitz. So, others were starting to feel it too. What happened, I'm starting to think it's just the culmination of something else that may have been affecting us. But what's real interesting about the narrative is that any of these things could be true. The idea of bringing in something weird from the outside could, for all I know, be a red herring. Let's get these doors open just so that I know where we have and haven't been. And the stairs remain locked. This is a very long and very dark hallway. It approaches. What do you mean it approaches? What approaches? Is that just a gag? Are you doing me a Josh? You joshing with me right now? Function, I think that's it. I think that's the dive bell. Haunting image all its own, especially knowing what happened over there. Dive suit repair station. So we've got to fix that as well, huh? Big pulley wheel. And we're still looking for one other wheel. We've got the belt. Let's not worry about this until we absolutely have to, shall we? There's got to be one more thing. Nope, we definitely need that pressure suit to go out this way. Maybe in sample collection? Oh, you put it... So you had this self-contained area, and then you had one of the things I needed be someplace else. Alright, well, we do have the ability to fix the elevator now. Let's close this and get it out of the way of the hall. And get upstairs to the electrical room. I've been so long on that, I almost forgot what I was doing. There's something out there. It knows I'm here. It knows everything about me. We're in unexplored territory, the place where all our friends and colleagues used to live.
How bold of you to presume safety in that tomb of glass and steel of yours. Under these pressures, rivets waver, supports buckle, and glass cracks. How long do you think you have left? I, like you, had a family, dead before me. I have been promised I can see them again, and I believe those promises more than the empty words of a free world. You should think about that. You've noticed the presence. I can see it all. Haven't you always wanted to be part of something greater? It was why you joined the company in the first place. I think you'll soon be very pleased. The depths call. Won't you listen?
Funny thing is, once again, that could be interpreted as either something actually being out there, something which beckons to me, or, as I said, just legitimately considering the call of the void here. I'm writing this in case I don't get another chance. Something's telling me to go into a specific part of the base, into the walls, and tear out the mechanical equipment I find there. Well, that explains why so much of our equipment is sabotaged. I don't know what it does, but I know it's important. I think it'd kill us all if I did. It's not me. I've had breakdowns before. Who wouldn't down here? But this is different. This isn't me. Need to tell someone, but I'm afraid. It's a weird range of emotions discovering this after everything that's gone down. Knowing that it's too late to resolve that, I honestly, in the corner of my eye, I thought that was like a bony hand reaching down. Sorry, that was just me. But yet, knowing that a secret was kept from me long after it's too late to do anything about the consequences. Who let them take these huge objects down here? Ooh, fish tank. Houston used to take care of these fish. I always thought it was strange, but so is he. Well, I guess something's still living down here. This is how we get back around to communications. Alright, so at this point, I believe we've fully explored the base to the extent that we need to. Although I do wonder what happened to the chair. Alright, well, this way to electrical. Make sure to avoid those ports. Was this here before? That's the real question. I really don't like the idea that there could be somebody else moving around in here with me. So far, it's like the sea itself is taunting me, but I don't know, what if there's something a little more to it than that, especially if we do take this literally and assume that we did bring something on board. Alright, what have we got to do? This is electrical, is it not? Emergency power must not be getting to the transformers. Would that perhaps be due to the generators downstairs? You know, a lot of games have done sanity as a mechanic. Did I see an axe in here before? Is this the one that's on the wall in the med bay now? Okay, where do we go to repair this? That's all I care about right now. Generators. You all still seem to... No, this one's not going. But how do I repair you? This one doesn't appear to be going either. override code. Why is it locked? Why? There's no one here to do something like this. It wasn't like this yesterday, was it? So you do suspect someone's inside, and, well, that axe is actually kind of proof of that if it came from here. Alright, 1890. Passcode accepted. Would have been real embarrassing if I had forgotten. Alright, but which of you is which? That's the question. I can't close. Can't leave and check. Restart them all, I guess. Nope, nope. Nope, look away, look away, look away. Restarting, restarting. We need to take more. We need to take more. I don't know if this is a bug or what, but it will not let me take pills. Restart generator 2, restarting. Start generator 3. And only one more. What was that? Some kind of like crawling creature? Thank the gods. I better get electrical up and running again. Okay, now. There we go. We gotta flip all these switches. Yep. Yep. Come on, yep. And yep, there we go. Oh, I see, it's a memory game. So it's you, and you. I knew they'd pull a switcheroo. Need to finish my log for the day. Protocol doesn't just stop because there's a disaster. This is usually the point where I would be making fun of a horror protagonist. But I honestly thought, like, the way you emerge into the light like that, I thought something was stepping out of the shadows. But this is the point where I would be making fun of a horror protagonist for going about their business in spite of the horrors around them, but really in this case, it's already basically stated that they're doing so in order to keep themselves sane. I really hate how often I'm clicking off screen, though. But I do love how often I'm getting these pills delivered, regardless of how illogical and honestly worse that makes things. Alright, blah, blah. The others stood close around me, speaking of things they couldn't have known when they were alive. Amendment. Another system failure. Go away. Electric this time. The other crew members linger outside the base. I think they blame me for what happened, which they shouldn't. Accidents happen. Accidents happen. Accidents happen. It's Christmas Eve. Funny how that could be the sound of screams or exhalation. It's Christmas Eve, and I was supposed to be home by now. Extension order to the last minute last week. I've been in these depths for 9 months. I haven't seen my wife, my kids forgetting what I look like. I'm supposed to get holidays off. I should be in our warm bed, or crouched beneath the Christmas tree with Zaina. Organizing the presents so that they don't stick out and make the dog think it'd be a good idea to tear into them. But instead, I'm gonna die down here. You'll destroy these logs, but before you do, you better read every word. Know what happened down here. None of this is my fault. It's yours. It's the manufacturer's. Why wasn't there a failsafe for the automatic doors? Why is there a manual override? Did I push the button? Another mechanical fail. Another mechanical failure killed the others. Not me. Maybe throwing myself out the airlock is a good idea after all. Beats waiting around here to die. Rescue isn't coming, but I'm getting out of here. My dive suit's damaged, but there's a machine in pressure control that should repair it. Come on. And pressing Q simply says, none of this is my fault. Do that. Alright, diving suit needs repairs. Do that, and make sure we get to the diving bell to get back up to the surface. So it's finally time to put our plan into action. Our last desperate plan. Are we the ones doing this, or are they just appearing? I suppose it's hard to know. Riskowitz. Took the failsafe part. I'm sorry. Couldn't be helped. Had to. Go to the bell. Save yourself. Caraway. Alright. Let's get down there. Now, I'm not quite sure how we're going to be... Look at our objective in the top right. Begin automated suit repair. Though it will do you no good. The elevator was... this way. No, we're turned around. We've got to go the other way. Lavatory. That axe has once again been used, and the elevator. I was gonna say I thought it had maybe once again been destroyed. If we have another look around, can we maybe find other notes? But that sounds just, the kind of thing that just makes my spine tense up when I hear it, especially after such repetitive sounds up until now. Just gotta keep going, even as the mechanical sounds continue around us, as the sound of the bass being crushed under the pressure continues. We've got to once again remember not to stare outside for too long. It seems like the way to the bell has been lit. Like something wants me to go out there. Let's just close this behind ourselves. Come on. Okay, my character's doing all kinds of wacky stuff now. There we go. Thus, I got the repair machine up and working, as per your insistent requests. Sorry it tore your suit up the first time. Not really sure what happened. Miscalculation, I guess. It should be able to patch up your suit, but it'll take a while. I get you like your personal space, but during transportal, maybe you should just use one of ours. Otherwise, you won't be diving for quite some time. Riskowitz. How do we get this thing going, then? The repair process looks like it will take a while. I should write a log. You're obsessed. You're obsessed with order in this chaotic situation. I have to say, narratively, and in terms of the structure, this is one of the more interesting games I've played in a while. I mean, it's doing concepts that other horror games wouldn't be able to convey, really. Don't bring Thos with us. It hasn't taken hold as of yet. Stubborn man. He'll have to be broken first. That almost makes it sound like, if we are to take it at face value, that they engineered what happened to them. That the reason I wasn't there is because I wasn't worthy. Here we are. Christmas Day, now that you know it. Report author. Same as it's been the last two times. Not like anyone else out there would write anything down. I don't know what just happened. My readout says that hours have passed, but I've been sitting here this whole time. But not the whole time. There was not quite a vision of something filling my head. More like an impression. The outline. I can't explain it. A dark something fills the crevice, half buried in the wall. No. Tendrils reach out through the earth. Oh, God. This base has to hold together. I have to finish my log. Tendrils reach out through the earth. It's another electrical failure. Go away, go away, go away. Pop some more pills. I've got enough, I think. Transformers. Go to them. I already know.
Being out here feels like watching some kind of movie. Seeing things you never thought you would. Playing on a screen in your head. I just saw myself on a dry dock, fishing with my dead brother. If I were more on the naive side, maybe it'd be enough for me. Maybe I could ignore the unfortunate truth of what's going on and do to you what I've been told. But nobody ever mistook a Riskowitz for an opportunist. Don't misunderstand. I'll drag you out your cozy steel cabin same as the rest of us. You were supposed to keep us safe, and you didn't. That's the Viper's payment. Fair is fair. But if you cooperate, don't struggle, I'll kill you outright. Do what I can to spare you the fate you consigned us to. It's almost more than you deserve. But I guess it doesn't matter. Who deserves what any longer?
We've just got to keep going. We've been told that death is assured, and well, at this point, it doesn't even seem like he'll have to drag us out, given what our goal is. But we've just got to push forward, because we have no choice. Switch, okay, it was you, and you. Back to the terminal. Just enough space to wander these halls like a ghost rattling chains. Tendrils reach out through the earth, probing blindly, sensing tremors of life. Like me. Its silhouette was massive and dark and bristling. Not a form like anything I've ever seen. My first thought was a mass of pustules, but wholly and impossibly large. Life support failure. If I don't fix it right now, I might not make it out of here. Just everything is going wrong. Are you seeing this? It's like in the darkness I can see like the ripple of water. Almost as if every area appears to be flooded until I approach it. There's another note here. The plan is in motion. I stole the only component of the failsafe. No returning it now, and no going back. Soon we will all be part of something greater. Life support is this, okay? I'm not writing my last will. It seems like you're starting to feel more determined, but is that determination misplaced, or is it even a front altogether? Is it more for you than anything? Something to ease your passing? I can feel it tapping in the darkness below. There's one concern I've got. Those long, slender appendages in the earth. They're all beneath the base. And so long that they could easily wrap around it or wriggle in the open water. So they could easily have found their ways into the walls of the base. But why haven't I seen them if that's the case? Are they tampering with the electronics? Or could it be something or someone else? I don't like this. I have one other persistent, burning thought, but no. It can't be. I won't accept it. There's nothing reading this but me. Alright, I'm ready. I think I can get to that godforsaken bell. With the respiratory tank attached to the suit, I should be able to withstand the pressure long enough to get there. Assuming I can get to the bell before... Something else is going wrong now. Assuming I can get to the bell before the pressure collapses. Assuming I can get to the bell before the pressure collapses it. Assuming the bell is still beside the base and hasn't fallen into the crevice. Assuming nothing grabs me while I'm out there. This'll be my last log. Zaina, Addie, I'm coming home. One way or another.
Boy, oh boy. You've really been having a rough go of it, eh? Stuck down here with just the four of us for days upon days. Not a word from the surface, not a ray of sunshine. Just the depths and the dark and the dank. And if that weren't bad enough, then you go and decide to blow us all out into open water with a pressure of 200 atmospheres bearing down on us. Our deaths were instant, but you bet your sorry ass they weren't painless. Now I know and you know that this isn't new to you. You already knew all this, but I'm going to let you in on a little secret. That guilt that you've been pretending like you don't have, the paralytic, mind-numbing horror of what you've done, all those logs you spent all that time writing, well, that's all been according to plan. Our new friend's got all the details it needs on you. Now all you two have to do is meet. I'm sure you'll get along swimmingly.
This was all about finding info to use against us. It was all about exploiting our fears, our anxieties, our, well, guilt. It's just like they said, we needed to be broken. Broken to the point of being willingly a part of whatever's down here. But if that is to be the case, then maybe this is giving up? Like maybe this is just willingly feeding ourselves to this thing. I'd like to leave with the failsafe part I stole, but I'm too scared. Why did I take it? Why can't I control myself? Why? Why me? And this isn't the worst of it. No, there's something more. I need to get out of here while I still have time. I have to go. Hughes. It all started with him. Alright. We're ready to climb out there where those horrors lurk. Let's make our way between these things. What would happen if we decided to just walk off into the sea? No, look away, look away, look away! I can't. It's completely collapsed! Anxiety levels critical. Press R to use anti-anxiety. What can I even do about this? And there I was, thinking I'd never see my family again. I should have had faith. Zaina, Addie, your smiling faces are all I've wanted to see for so long, and we're finally together. Merry Christmas. Oh, what a haunting thing to end on. On the bottom of the ocean, consumed by these tendrils. Presumably assimilated, but not dead. a lotus machine which keeps us in essentially our personal heaven, and yet the reality is so much more horrific. This being, whatever lives down here, it tries to get people to willingly feed itself to it. Okay, I absolutely loved that one, because so many horror games rely on the trope of coming across the logs of people who came before us, but this one actually shows us that perspective. At first appearing that what we're seeing are manifestations of our guilt at our own failure, and only throughout realizing that it's very likely there is something much worse going on here. Not only that, it's not even something that happened in this one event like I thought, but that it probably was working on us from the moment we arrived. Well, on to the next one. The Bends experience violent decompression. Alright, we've got one more tape to open up tonight, but we can't do that until we find another key. So once more, let's start untangling this crazy mansion. And I believe there was another puzzle in here. Yes, with one of the statues that we had to turn. Oh, look at that rusty old bathtub. Makes this look like some kind of Saw torture chamber. Subject 1. Lacerations all over the body caused by a large blade. Cause of death. Natural causes. Subject 2. Severe head trauma. Skull smashed by a blunt instrument. Cause of death. Natural causes. Subject 3. Asphyxiation. Deep marks around neck. Cause of death. Natural causes. So bladed, blunt strangulation. So you're who we need the parts for. So what do we need? We still need another arm and a leg. Also, don't think I forgot, we did also get another strip of this. We only need one more. So what's over here then? Ooh, a library. Can I just say that I will have this house as is? I mean, architecturally, it's exactly my style. But we've got to do something to... Never mind, I was going to say we've got to do something to get this open. And here is number 1 of the Bitter Blade. 3 is out in the shed. Alchemical notes on the constitution of blood. The flesh of man is most prized, with hunters next and then their prey. But all blood is still thicker than water, which only makes one less pure. Well, I'm not quite sure what to make of that, nor am I quite sure what to make of this. Wait, Liberty? Huh. So, Bitter Blades Volume 1 and 2 are here. Tell you what. Here's the last of these. Okay, so we can solve all this later then. Or we could solve 2 things now and really hit the ground running. No. Next time. Next time. It's almost as if an artwork is celebrating the collection itself. But we have the final key we need to complete that side, and I will happily get this done. I feel like I can only stomach one more of these for now, and that's going to be Arcade-Letra. Electronics in an arcade and video rental store begin to come to life in startling ways when an unknown world is discovered. Let's go. Ooh. Oh. Oh, we actually control the menu with the joystick on the arcade machine itself. Alright, let's try it. Okay, now we're getting really meta. Trapped looking at visions in a world trapped looking at visions. Oh, this is so weird. This is like a dream I might have as a kid. These walls all feel so weird and like plasticky. The floor is wood, but the walls themselves so sterile and shiny. What is this place, and how did we end up here? There's a camcorder on the table. Maybe Miles Upshur was investigating this? Illusions, Necro Immortalis, and one simply titled Peekaboo Collection, 3 Tales of Horror. I'm imagining these are maybe from the same developer. But what do we do? I don't trust this. I guess we're meant to put it down over here in front of the machines. I guess it caught us on camera. Feed Corden, and I keep hearing a gasp from our right. Oh my god.
If you have a heart,
This is like an introduction to one of those surprisingly creepy 80s movies. The kind you expect to be goofy, but it turns out to do just a little bit more. Get in there. Who's in here with me? What happens if I go back to the TV? Yes, now we find this thing back in this room where we started. Well, let's do something, I guess. But what? We've been sealed in, locked. What is that? The longer I stare... At first it just looked like colors and shapes, but the longer I stare, the more it looks like some kind of demonic wrinkled face. There's like these weird... We just... Okay, the sound design in this is truly terrifying. Gotta give it that. Gotta really give it that. Oh my god, what are you? What are you? We just gotta follow you. We gotta go where the things are. We've just gotta go where the things are. Whatever that thing was, I think it might have been the face that I saw on the screen. I really did not feel good about turning around just there. Oh my god! Way to take advantage of the silence for a moment. Okay, well, I guess we're not. Okay! Okay. 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 Okay, and now we can sort of sprint just a little bit. Just a little. Let's get back down here. We haven't even touched an arcade game yet. Where are you? Where are you? We just have to keep running into you. You're like a weird, like, goat ram thing. What are you trying to show me, Spirit? I can't seem to look out these windows. Can I push open the doors? No. I just need to keep looking. This feels, honestly, like some of those scares felt like something from one of those, like, crappy Unity horror games from 2012. And yet, somehow, it's landing so much more effectively. You now. Hello?
Cold and dark. Wet and lonely. I can't stop shaking.
Oh. Is that supposed to be the character that's speaking? The one standing there on what looks to maybe be a beach on a starlit night?
Oh God. It's coming.
Oh my god. No, loud. Whoa! Yo. It's like each one brings us to a different world, or a different version of this world. Maybe I have to make it less lonely by continuously going to you?
I can't stop shaking. Cold and dark.
Okay, that was kind of a creepy scare right there. The abruptness of it was what made it just on screen long enough for you to realize that it's gone by the time you whip around. Okay, the blurriness made that last one not really land. In you go. I legitimately like this. Okay, well, jump, and jump, and jump. Aw, you ruined it. But also turn this into quite a creepy thing. Okay, do not touch the water. It is quite zip-zappy at the moment. It always just chills me when there's like a sudden level transition like that. One where there's not even a loading and the whole thing totally changes.
Please. Help me.
And after that, even the upbeat version of the world feels insincere and hostile. Like I'm being lured into the back of someone's van with candy. Look at those shadows dance across the walls.
Please. Help me.
I'm trying. Repetition. Repetition over and over. Play until you win. Play until you win.
Please. Help me.
Second time making it to the door. Third time not making it out of here. Unless there's something else that I'm meant to be doing.
Please.
Something perhaps less obvious. You're not coming, but the chain's still hanging here. I truly hate that sound.
Help me.
We can't sprint anymore. Gotta go through you. Fine by me. Yep. I'll never get used to it. God, the way it just like manifests in my left ear. Oh my god. Oh my god, you got me so used to waiting to be sent back to the beginning that I actually was taken aback by being brought somewhere else. Oh, and I can still hear just the vaguest tones of the upbeat soundtrack playing here. Oh, do I have to run from you? Man, VR is getting real immersive. Where should I go? Where should I go? Oh, the fact that all of that was just different versions of the same room. Very inventive minimal horror. Now we're playing the claw machine, are we? With a VHS inside. There we are. Okay, now this is the opposite of a horror game. A claw machine where I went to grab something and got what I wanted on the first try. What next? Come on, I'm at the point where I'm just holding down W and waiting for the next thing. So just give me all you got, arcade demon. Oh, it is so dark. Nothing here. No, now. Now we can interact with the TV.
May I blossom over and over again. But what will it matter? Visions become verbal vomit when you're looking through one-way glass. I beg thee to shatter such glass. For if it not be me that beckons you, then perhaps it will be the morality of your concerned curiosity that does. Your body is viable. You may enter whenever you wish.
I can't even begin to try and interpret that. I just want to play Battletoads. Well, one way. What is this place? And we can't move very fast at all. I'm starting to think you're as much of a part of it, or even the same thing as that demonic beast we've been seeing. You're feeling less and less like a prisoner, or if you are lesser, then you're at least complicit in some way, even if it is just to save yourself.
Came for me. I always hoped that you would. Although, I'm sorry. Because I know you will never be able to return. But you and I get to be here together.
I'm good with that.
I no longer have to be alone. We may cherish this moment in my world as that thing stays in yours. Isn't this true? Beautiful?
Stay with her or attempt to leave. Oh, we have a choice of endings. What happens if we just stay?
Come closer.
What a disturbing ending. Nothing explicitly happening, but just the feeling that whatever it was, it couldn't have been good. Alright, well, we get the ending, New Home. I'm gonna try the level select to see if I can possibly get the other one. Alright, let's attempt to leave.
You are a graceful insect. I will not be left alone again.
Ending, filthy insect. Like I said, if not involved, at least complicit. I'm starting to wonder if you're not maybe just another arm of that same demon. Obviously trying to claim a host so that you can escape from, presumably, this virtual world into the real world. But either she's someone who was taken here before, or she's just something that's meant to keep me there. I have power in being able to leave, and it doesn't want me to realize that. But anyway, that was really, really cool. It was very short and simple, but it was doing... Well, I can't say it wasn't an original idea, but the thing that stood out to me the most was the sound design. I don't even want to know, like, what they were putting in front of a microphone and how they were editing it to get some of the sounds that we heard in this game. That was insane. Like, I just never got used to some of those sounds, and the way it was able to have them be so directional and so well mixed that it sounded so real. But I think that's all for tonight, and I'm ready to take my leave. I'm not getting sucked into this game. And we get the achievement, Stuck in a New World, in equal exchange, exploring and staying in the other side. Well, that has been Dread X Collection 2, And in the next part, we've got 6 more tapes that we've got to unlock. In order to do that, we've probably got 6 more puzzles we need to solve, and in doing so, free ourselves from this nightmare. What I've proven to myself tonight is that I really was in the mood for a horror anthology. And as I talked about in the Squirrel Stapler video, I really do feel that it's about time horror anthologies made their way to the world of gaming. But we're not going to finish untangling this mess until next time. Until then, if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.